everyone! So about a year ago at this point, when my filming quality was a lot lower, as you can see, I got a few Littlest Pet Shops from some new blind boxes, and I actually got a fifth one, and I was just waiting to open it on camera. And after what was apparently great difficulty, I pull out this little horse. Nice. And then I set these aside and didn't touch them for about a year. And as you can see, I got a few more in that time. And I was having a little trouble figuring out which one to choose. And then I just decided to go with the tiger or like saber-toothed cat, whichever one it is. I was having a little trouble thinking of what to paint it, and then I saw this post by Velvet Customs on Instagram, and I was like, dang, that's so cute, I gotta do that. So we're making this little guy a tiger shark. I first start out by cutting off the cat tail. We're not gonna be needing that anymore. Then I replace the background with some freezer paper and start sculpting at a tail. As you'll see in this footage, I actually really overestimated how much clay I was gonna need. So you're gonna see me like remove a lot of clay. After fighting with the tail to get it the shape and size I wanted, I finally start attaching it onto the tiger and just start blending it into the plastic. I've never really been good at this, but for this tiger tail, I think it turned out really good, like the transition of it. The original shape was only like a rough base, so then I go over with some more clay to like bulk it out and make sure, it's not too fragile or anything. At some point when it dried, since this is air dry clay, I did also pop it off and then glue it back on to make sure it was really strong. Of course, up next are the fins. I was actually referencing an actual tiger shark off screen when I was making this, and yeah, it does look pretty rough at first, but trust the process. Nothing looks good on the first pass. Well, most things don't look good on the first pass. The other fins were actually small enough that I did do those off camera, but you can see them right here. And then I went in and painted everything over white. When choosing how I wanted to paint this tiger, I actually looked at real-life tigers, and I found the golden strawberry tiger, which is actually a type of Bengal tiger with a rare coloration. Basically a pastel tiger, but in real life. This first coat is, of course, really light because I don't want to leave too many brush marks, and the golden strawberry tiger has a lot of white on it anyway, so I'm kind of being careful not to get it in too many areas since it's, annoying to paint over things in white. And it is at this point, there we go, that I get a new phone and therefore have to figure out the lighting. And yes, I do record everything on my phone, if that wasn't obvious already. So the clips are gonna look a little weird. I'm still figuring out, the quirks of it with the camera and stuff, because my old phone I'd had for a really long time. I go over the light orange with a slightly darker orange. On camera, it's not really obvious. It's just, a more warmer orange to go over top of the original color to, get some depth in there. I don't think it's too noticeable, but I did it anyway. Finally, the money part, I actually start painting on the stripes. And I use brown since, they're brown on the actual tiger anyway, though this brown was pretty dark, and I do kind of wish I went in with a lighter brown, but it's a little late to change it at this point. So throughout the whole body, I use this one. As you can probably tell, I'm very naturally heavy-handed and, not very good at doing detail work under a camera. So for the rest of these stripes, I do end up doing them off camera, though the wobbliness does kind of make them look a little more natural. But yeah, I continue these stripes down the entire tail and body. But now we can finally start on the face. I do green eyes for this tiger since it'll pop out against the orange. I was thinking of doing black for the pupils, but then I thought it would look weird with all the brown and stuff, so again I go in with the same brown for the pupils as well. And actually, I had to finish the rest of the face off camera, so here you go, and that will be explained at the end of the video, I promise. For the next LPS I wanted to paint, I chose this hummingbird because I looked at it and was immediately like, oh, that's a picky peck. Do not ask me why. I just saw a bunch of people doing Pokemon with Littlest Pet Shop and I was like, yep, that's a picky peck. But the first thing I have to do is cut down the crest on its head. Not all the way since it'll be a good anchor for what picky peck actually has, but as you can see here, yeah, I did have to go in off camera so I didn't accidentally cut myself with the X-Acto knife. Then I take the air dry clay again and start filling in the hole and covering up the texture on the sides of the feathers. This one I had a little bit of a harder time blending out because it was a lot more area to cover. In the end, I think it looks good, but the paint is doing a lot of the legwork with that. And of course, this is just the first pass, so it's okay if it looks a little rough. But with the seam around it, I tried to be really diligent in covering that up, or at least sanding it down. Once it's completely dry, I do the same thing and go in with a white base coat, except I don't need to do it over the whole body this time, just over the face and the chest. And also underneath the wings, because I didn't realize, I actually almost missed it, that Picky Peck's underwings are white. And I was making these side by side at the same time, so here's also the point in this recording where I switched over to my new phone. So again, it's gonna look a little odd, please bear with me, I'm sorry. But anyway, I went in and painted the red stripe over Picky Peck's face. Before going in with the black, I actually used gray on both the beak and the feet. Luckily, I didn't need to change these two up, obviously, that's why I chose this one to be Picky Peck in the first place. For the black, it's technically not black, it's actually, I did mix in a little bit of white so it isn't like pure black, but I don't know how well you can tell that. It's still pretty dark. Now, Picky Peck's eyes are a little differently shaped than this Littlest Pet Shop, but I promise it does end up looking good in the end. It actually looks really cute, if I do say so myself. I do a few coats of this blue, and then do the pupils and eye shines off camera, again because I ran out of time. And the reason I ran out of time is because I'm actually going on a trip to Vegas with my family, and I wanted to get this out before I left, because we're leaving for a week. But here, enjoy these pictures. I was originally going to do a third one, but I didn't have time, so if you have any requests for what you want to see for the other Littlest Pet Shops I have, go ahead and leave them below. And as you can see from this poll, which at this point has been deleted, we're doing Hornet next for the third time, but I promise I'll make it interesting. Okay, bye!